I don't think we really made it anywhere last stream. We like cleared out that one area and that was it. Yeah, back at the base. Cleared out that one area. We fought a couple battles. I think some stuff passed while I was away. We'll do some stately business. Commander, I've got some information that might be of personal interest to you. It's up to you what you do with it. Okay, what do you mean? I mean, we're not talking about a military or political matter here, but rather a matter of the heart. Okay, tell me. Soldiers have been gathering in the graveyard to play cards. We usually turn a blind eye to such things, though it's against regulations. We let them enjoy themselves as long as they don't cause too much trouble. And that's usually the case. But recently, my people have noticed Sosal among them. And the gambling seems to be having an unhealthy effect on him. As you know, I usually keep my nose out of other people's private affairs. With all these spies and cultists, I have too much on my plate as it is. But I know you're closest to him, so maybe you should do something about it. This isn't an official report, just a tip-off from a friend. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. So Sal's got a gambling problem. Zacharias, why are you blurred, bro? Why are you coming into my house blurred? So far, you've proven better at managing the Crusades than Galfrey. However, since you are now my student, you'll require very specialized advice from me. Oh, this is the person I think I've sold my soul to. Cool. Letter reading. Here we go. I have news for you, my student. As rumors of the death of a lord in Mendev began to spread, exiles from far corners of Vista started to trickle into Dresden. These exiles are the ones who kept practicing the art of death despite its prohibition. Most of them are criminal scum, but scum can sometimes be useful, no? What would you like to do with them? Will you give them your protection, or will you drive them away after impaling the heads of the unluckiest spikes, or of the unluckiest on spikes? We won't turn anyone away. All the adepts of death magic will enjoy my protection. Very well. Let's see what this rabble can do. They must repay this mercy through service and share their secrets if they wish for your protection. We're done here, student. I leave you now, but expect my return in the future. I know why he's blurred now. Cool. Makes a little pumped. I think it should. Yeah, it's still collecting. Okay, so what are we going to do? Dresden was built long ago. Compared to other modern cities, it's hopeless. Obsolete office. Dresden was built long ago, and compared to modern fortifications, its construction is hopelessly obsolete. The officers wish to rebuild the fortress and are arguing over what should be done first. To reinforce the defenses or to expand the streets to make the quartermaster's job easier and expedite supply. I mean, let's expand the streets, because like even if we reinforce the walls, getting supplies to the wall is going to be a pain. So let's, yeah. And that'll help. Yeah, that'll blah, blah, blah. By expanding the streets, the garrison will make it easier for the quartermaster to do their jobs. I also kind of want to do this too, now that I see it. But that's cool. So if the quartermaster's happy, that's great, because then we can reinforce defenses later, and we'll have wider streets to do it. Issuing decree. Okay. And I don't think my guys can move anywhere, right? They're all out of movement. And I'm moving these guys back because they're getting torn up down here. Right, so these guys are coming around here. And I messed up by going down there. And they're going to take this. Okay. We can go to the map. I'm probably out of supplies still, right? Yeah, I'm terribly out of supplies. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I mentioned this at the end of the last stream. I'm going to use this little army here. And I'm not going to hire him a general. I'm just going to send him to, like, close these paths off. Nope. This is why I F5'd. They will all die. I just want them to, like, close off all the different roads. Or, like, so we could, yeah, see where all the different roads lead. That way they're not just sitting there as kind of, like, useless units. Like, all these paths here, like, where do they go? Are there secret spots? I don't know. I would like to know. So this is their duty. Okay. Yeah, 'cause down here is pretty much done. Okay. Okay. What's up, Sergeant? Sergeant the Lurker. Too busy dungeon crawling? Is that what's up? Yeah, how is my party doing? Are they beat up? I wish I could see what spells she has available. I guess I could see his. We could rest. Let's just take a rest. Plus, like, it's not like we can do much until our army moves. Actually, no, that's not true. We could do green whatever, but I'd like to be fully rested before we go and do that. Almost tier 3. Wow, dude. Got that Sigma grind set going.
Why are you trying to calculate the speed of a crowd of peasants chasing after a thief who stole a goose and 2 apples? Who needs to know that?
Oh, it is very important information. If I had known it at the beginning of the experiment, I would have abandoned the heavy goose right away.
What? What's up, Nenio? Load Lady Konami. Okay. A sharp-looking kitsune gives... That's not Nenio. Gives you a quick business bow. Commander, the matter before us are urgent, so let's not stand on ceremony. I am Lady Konami, the official attaché of Narasan. Here are my credentials. She presents a scroll adorned with Godfrey's seal. Her Majesty has instructed me to lead your headquarter diplomatic council. Honestly, I was surprised when Lady Konami asked me to join the council, but I will always do my best to fill the shoes of trained diplomat. I, like many nobles, have trained in diplomacy, and in fact, I hold the title of royal emissary. It is passed down the Arendelle line. I must say that prior to this day, I employed my diplomatic skills solely to undermine Mendev's international reputation. It is time to break that habit. I imagine preventing international scandal will be just as interesting as causing them. Who knows? I might even enjoy it. What is this council and why do I need one? To solve the matters of politics, of course, the Crusade is more than just battles and sieges. It is the largest military project in all of Avestan, funded by the treasuries of more than a dozen major powers, and each one of those powers, in addition to seeking victory over the demons, also pursues its own goal. The Diplomatic Council will manage this tangle of political interest and prevent crusades from losing the favor of influential benefactors. And while we're at it, ensuring that Nerison remains satisfied with the state of affairs after all. For the last 100 years, the entirety of Mendevian politics has revolved around the Crusades in some shape or form. This is why the capital sent me here, to observe, offer suggestions, and keep diplomatic situation under control. I see. You've been sent to keep an eye on me. Whatever gave you that idea, Commander? I'm not an overseer. I'm your loyal advisor. I do not intend to meddle in the way you run things. Good. Just consult with you in where the price of air is too high. Put your trust in me, and we'll get along swimmingly. After all, none of us here went to Chelix and Druma at each other's throat, trying to settle their dispute by using influence on us as political leverage. Am I wrong? And I doubt you would like it if we made enemies in the ranks of Nerison nobility, who would attempt to undermine your war effort. This won't happen as long as you trust my experience. All right. So tell me about the Royal Council. What is it? The Royal Council operates under Her Majesty, the highest governing body in Mendev, and comprises her most able and trusted servants. It is responsible for day-to-day matters of the state. They are the hands and the voice of the Queen. Ah, so you're the cabinet. The council has gathered people from all walks of life. Some of them are nobles, but many more are citizens of humble origins who earn their positions through their wit. Many are rich, but a fair number of them are of more humble means. Some are pious and pure of heart, like Lord Inquisitor Kasori and Captain Jasper of the Crusader Herald. Others are more flexible and ambitious, but each of them faithful serve Mendev's cause. I have a question about the composition of the council. Do you find someone's presence surprising? Why did you want Darien to take part? Why? Because of Count Arenday's influence, naturally. He's a Mendevian aristocrat. The nobility will be inclined to listen to his opinion, and by ensuring this support of the nobles, we'll find ourselves powerful allies. Oh, believe me, Lady Konami, I will exert all my effort and influence to make the council's job exciting. Sosel has never had to deal with diplomatic concerns before. That won't be a problem. In my homeland, Tianzia invited clerics and paladins of Shaylin and the Lady of Chrysanthemums to take part in diplomatic missions in a common practice. They may not be politicians, but they are perceptive, advocate peace, and favor balanced solutions. Okay. You're seriously closing in on tier 3 in like a couple that's crazy, dude. I'm flattered by the respect that the worshippers of my goddess received in Lady Konami's homeland. Thal bows his head courteously. I won't let you down, Tigas, and I'll make sure every effort to prevent our friend from becoming our enemy. Tell me about yourself, Lady Konami. Who are you? Lady Konami lowers her eyes in a show of modesty. It's unbecoming of a diplomat to talk about themselves at length, but how am I to refuse you? I come from Tianzia, from the noble Kitsune. Like any Kitsune, I have always been curious to a fault, and my adventures brought me to Avestan. And here, in your lands, I met you, my first and true love, politics. I've served as a diplomat in the courts of 6 different sovereigns, but working for Her Majesty turns out to be the most interesting of all. Such riveting webs of intrigue and interest are spun around the Crusades and the World Wound. Everything is clear to me now. In any case, why don't we discuss our first pressing diplomatic issue? What's on the Council's agenda today? I hate to say it, Commander, but not everyone in Narasuin is pleased with your progress. Some believe that, to use their words, you are out of control and fancy yourself as independent leader. It wouldn't surprise me if you encounter supply disruptions in the near future. I would suggest quelling their anger. Show the capital you haven't forgotten about the chain of command. For example, you could hold a parade in honor of Her Majesty. If we need to demonstrate that we're keeping Nersin in mind, why don't we invite the capital's high priest to Dresden for a religious festival? It'll be appropriate, and the church's support will shield us from accusations of schemers. Pander to the naysayers. I think not. I propose we hold a parade in your honor, DS. This is your victory, and if cousin Galfrey wants to show off in front of the soldiers, she's welcome to capture something of her own. I don't want the high priest here. Let's just do the whole parade in Her Majesty's honor. I'm glad you've listened to my proposal. Making friends in the Royal Council will go a long way. It's good that we've got off on the right foot, Commander. There'll be plenty more issues requiring your decisions, but I do not doubt that we will handle them just as expediently. I don't want to, like, get in anyone's way yet. I mean, once I have a huge, massive army, sure. But, like, let's keep my evil down to a reasonable level and, handle it as it comes. Dorgelinda Stranglehold. Hail, Commander. A middle-aged dwarf who has clearly seen some combat salutes you with a barely moving, bone-dried hand. On her face are huge scarred claw marks. A black eye patch covers one eye, but she is watching you with the other, intent and somber. Dorgelinda Stranglehold, chair of the Logistics Council, at your service. We've got ourselves an ugly situation that requires your decision. Oh no. I will definitely prove useful to this council. I know more about survival than all of the Uplanders combined. I will teach your soldiers how to procure what they need, even in places as unforgiving as the Worldwood. But most importantly, I can tell you how to use what you have wisely. Everything is always in short supply in the caves, so the Nethers are experts at conserving resources. I won't lie to you, our logistics are a mess. We need more of everything, yes we do. And what we do have is in disarray. Crates of provisions are rotting away in storehouses because some idiot quartermaster spilled beer on the paper. And fuels are not the worst problem, there's also theft. Some officers greasy palms to get a helmet with a stylish plumage, or a fancy blade from Nersin. Meanwhile, that means the ordinary soldiers are being armed with barely more than kitchen knives, hammers and tongs. It's time to get the entire logistics staff the bum rush. The question is, where do we find capable and honest people to replace them? I've seen the people who are in charge of the gear in our mercenary units. Those are razor-sharp fighters. They're gritty, tight-fisted, and hard-boiled, unlike our dolts. If we convince them to work for us instead, they'll put things in order here, and they might help us come to an understanding with our mercenaries if need be. My suggestion is to call some experienced, well-connected supply officers from Nersin. Let's have them leave their cushy jobs in Mendev and work up a sweat for the good of the castle. I'm gonna go with Wendog. Good. They'll teach the others a hard life. It'll make them stronger. Whenever my hunter had been hungry for a couple days, they'd hunt their prey with twice as much energy. And it's decided. No matter what our new quartermasters are like, there's no possible way they can be worse than what we have now. The results will be reported to you, and if anything else comes up, I'll call the council right away. Okay. Nice hair. Captain Harmatin. Hail, Commander. Before you, an aged yet fit and sturdy Garundi stands at attention. His dark skin has an entirely earthy tone to it, and crystal sparks forth from where his hair and eyebrows should be, clearly identifying him as an Orid. Captain Harmatin, chair of your staff council by order of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, here to deliver a report. I'm on the council too. Sela salutes briskly. We'll be racking our brains on how to improve troop morale. I reckon the key is to back up our words with actions. Lead our soldiers by example, and they'll be eager to follow. Drawing on my experience as a perlector, my advice is to maintain calculated moderation in every regard, be it incentive or penalty, and to be decisive. We have no need for doubts or turmoil. I'm doomed to be your advisor, but do you know what that means? That you are doomed to listen to my advice. To start things off, here's an incredibly novel and deep thought for you. Loyal, passion, and morale. All of those can easily be bought with money. I don't have money. Well, I have kind of a bit of money right now. Commander, permission to report. We've encountered a problem. Although we're still getting volunteers, we're not now seeing cases of desertion. Many who joined the Dresden campaign believe that their duty has been fulfilled with the victory, and they are not keen on staying in the garrison. Those from Kennebrus wish to return home and rebuild their ruined city. Lastly, there are those who are afraid of lingering in a place where demons might show up, with a retaliation expedition at any moment. My suggestion is to improve the living conditions for the privates, raise their pay, give them extra rations, and reward those who have distinguished themselves on the battlefield with commendations and gifts. Soldiers don't want to leave armies, they appreciate them. I feel for the folks, but we have to convince them to stay. I think we might get some help from the servants of the gods. They'll tell the soldiers that the dangers has not yet passed and inspire them to keep up the fight against evil. This is a terrible idea. As long as the wound is open, the whole world is in danger. We can't just go home and live like we used to, no matter how badly we want that to happen. Most of the Crusaders are volunteers, but they have no right to subvert military discipline. That kind of attitude is tantamount to treason, regardless of who expresses it. We have to identify the instigator, arrest them, and administer harsh punishments to make an example of them. I am lawful evil, so that sounds right. The problem is quite simply solved with coin, by handing money to the privates and practically throwing it away. We need to pay the officers handsomely, and then they'll figure out how to raise their subordinates' morale. Find the instigators and make an example out of them. That seems like the lawful evil thing to do, but I don't know if it's the right thing to do, because, like, I don't want to screw my army up. Hmm. All right. I gotta stick with the character. Affirmative. I already have my eyes on the most spirited ones. I'll apprehend them immediately. Thank you, Commander. Should any other difficulties arise that acquire your attention, I'll deliver my report most promptly. Plus, I want to stay on the Hell Knight side. He's so strong. Very good side. Crease. Yay. Okay. Probably out of supplies after that. God. I need to build this ziggurat. Hold on. Can I cancel this? Yeah, I lost some. That's okay. I need 150 of that. How much is that? We need to build the ziggurat first. My lord commands it. Okay. Oh, okay, so they have different things, and as long as they're not same thing, it's okay. Okay. We need a lot more resources. How much does this require? 100 and 1,000? Let's see if I can even buy that. Oh, it's not too bad. What are these? These are champions. Great sword, clerics. Um, skills craftsmen can do work on relic. Okay. Okay. So let's march the campaign a little bit. So we need these guys this way. Okay, I'll do a quick save before sending them to their death. Okay. I mean, they all look like they're gonna suck. And we need more of those guys. They do so much damage for like the small unit they are. Having buried those who died from the plague, warriors search the place and find a small grave where Sir Doland Regelor, a hero of the Second Crusade, rests in peace. They take care of the grave and clean the dead bodies and dirt from the small oasis nearby. And the water instantly becomes clean, clear, and sweet. This place is much loved by the spirits and the gods. Daily income increased, energy points ×4. Very cool. Good work. Ah, more undead. Just head up here. How is the dead army? They're okay. Okay, we're gonna march them back up here. Just can't have them fight this yet. Once the commander's a little bit stronger, I think he'll be able to take it, but for the time being, he's just not up to snuff. Yeah, see, I'll just clean up these roads like here, so like I know where I'm going. Yep, no big deal. All right, cool. All right, and then back to Wolf. Fallen Knights, Ash Giants. Oh, these guys. F those guys. Take these guys out. Oh no. Oh, good. I thought they were gonna hit someone that mattered. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Slowly whittling those numbers down. Don't throw it at my archers. Thank you. Very cool. I feel like we can go this way. Can't remember what Winter Sun was about. I'll have to look once I'm my guys. Okay. No. Okay. Continue. March down here real quick. Okay, so that road's open. We can do that now. So I have two ways I can go. I can go here, or I can go down here. And I think I'm going to take him down here first. Check this place out. Winter Sun. Okay, so the first thing we're going to build. Let's do a supply center. 5. As long as I'm getting supplies from all my dudes, hopefully things build up faster. Okay. So what I'm going to actually do, go back to Dresden. So I've got the main barricades, arsenal, smithy, hospital. Let's build glory. See if we can build stables. So this will be 900 by 450. And because it'll keep Hedge Knight, Raiders, Light Cavalry, Paladins, yeah. Doesn't give me any other bonuses though, right? We have an arsenal. Mercenary guilds. Shelter. Most importantly, teleportation. Circle. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a main stable. And we'll build it like really close to the barracks. Is there a bonus? Construction of the building will be finished in 5 days. Logistics. Spacious means the horse, stables. Doesn't say anything about AC, right? Oh. We want it there. Here, officers receive their military education. Military Academy provides +1 to attack, AC, and saving throws for all trainable units. Okay. 3150, 360. It needs 4 spaces. How much? Oof. Starting to like slowly whittle at my money. Do 225 and 68. We'll get a watchtower. Okay. Let's go adventuring and see if we can find more money. More money. Okay. Hooray for water. Okay. So we've done all the affairs here. I think I lost keyboard controls. Okay. Let's go outside real quick. I want to go talk to Style. A lot to do. Where was he at? Right here. Odin, Trader. Rick is the storyteller, dude. So many things to give him. Sile is drawing a fortress on a hill with solid walls, looming tower, and knights bearing banners marching through the gates. You don't realize at first sight that you've seen this place before. The cleric's gift has rendered the lost chapel almost unrecognizable. Good afternoon, Commander. How can I help you? I heard you've been rather busy playing cards at night. Cards? Me? Sile looks away in embarrassment. Who could possibly think? I've only visited the games once or twice to get the sense of what our soldiers do when they're off duty. You think I'm addicted to gambling? Nothing of the sort. Don't worry, I'm absolutely fine. All right, thank you for talking to me. My pleasure. So it seems like we have to go to the graveyard at night.
Beautiful.
All right. I did that so I could do this, so I could do this. All right. Come on, crew. We got an adventure to go on. I want to hit that town way in the south. And then we'll go to Green Gate. But this small village, find the missing crusaders. Tells me it's gonna have some dudes that'll. Stone Maze is besieged by enemies. Okay. Someone on the road, get ready. Okay, so the enemies do attack our towers. We'll just have one group in the north and one group in the south for a while. And then,
Together we stand.
We'll slowly build up an army, like a fourth group.
Now
Or-
what is that?
Boy, I can count a third group. Does anyone want to take...
I'll watch your back.
Okay, I need you to do this. We did not
What do we
rest.
have here?
Just realized that.
I hope you appreciate this. The spirits guide me.
That's right, we'll make it.
Now, what is that? I am helpful, am I not?
The hell is this?
Not this time. I am helpful, am I not? I hope you appreciate this.
Hell, Baphomet. Hear our prayers. Accept this sacrifice, Baphomet. Curse you all. Praise be to Iomade. Iomade. Tim, the one who killed our brothers and sisters. Death to the killer. Die. What? Wolf just rises from the stone throne and halts the sacrifice with raised hand. The cultist holding the knife over the victim on the altar stops. Wolfdrift is wreathed in blue flame and demonic shadow rises up behind him. Easy now. We're all friends here. This was just a little misunderstanding. You thought you'd come across the Crusaders, but they're big fans of Lord Baphomet too. Wolfdrift half turns to you, his right eye twitching, which you interpret as an attempt to wink discreetly. Ain't that right? Yeah, misunderstanding. Hail Baphomet. I actually nod wordlessly. Right, exactly. Pilgrims of the Whirlwind, meet the finest member of our big family. Hey there, Chief. Long time no see. Why don't we hold off on the sacrifice for now? We need to drink to this happy meeting, am I right? Yeah, let's do that. Tie that one on the altar up again. We'll get around to slaughtering it later. The cultists exchange looks and whispers. The chief cultist lowers his knife. The crescent of the abyss says so, then welcome. Make yourselves at home in the temporary camp of the pilgrims of the Whirlwind. But why did you attack our brothers? Well, Wolfjiff, why did we attack our brothers? Because the chieftain sometimes has these fits of insanity and battle rage. It is a blessing from the Lord Baphomet. The chief goes crazy. He goes crazy and gets twice as strong as normal. I mean, I do. But if the blessing kicks in the wrong moment, well, that's just bad luck for you. I had to get away from the crazed chief a few times, so I know what I'm talking about. The cultist casts a wary glance at your weapon, but passes no remark. It is good that the Crescent of the Abyss, our beacon in the darkness, and our oracle has resolved this misunderstanding. Relax, friends, and after, if you wish, you may join our pilgrimage. What did Wolfjiff get into? And I'm so happy to see him. I don't even care. Just get back into my party, dude. Oh my god.
Let's see what we can do.
Bro. Wolf just is waiting for you next to the altar, early wiping the sweat from his brow. Phew. I thought I was done for. Could you feel it in my tail that they were gonna kill me? You ain't a sight for sore eyes, Chief. When I heard the Gargoyles hadn't gotten you, and that you were running the show up at Dresden now, I can tell you how happy that made me. But that night, it all happened, I tell you, I was so scared I couldn't see straight. I wandered around, wondering if my chief and the rest of the gang were lying in an open field with their eyes pricked out, Wolfjiff's eyes. Even my conscience pricked a little, thinking about how I ran. But when you look at it from my side, what else was I supposed to do? The actual paladins were getting cut down left and right and center. I don't care, dude. I've built you up to be so strong that I'm just going to let this slide. And then these pilgrims of the Whirlwind tell me that the Dresden has been reclaimed, that there's a new commander called Degaus. Well, I said to myself, there can't be two demons laying dynamos with that name. It must be you. So I cut my way through the circles around Dresden and waited for you to come out. At one point, I got so desperate I almost went right up to the city walls, but I thought better of it. Although, an arrow in the skull would be a sight better than running in the fear of... Oh, it's hell. Wolf just sucks in a breath and keeps talking in a rush, like he's afraid you'll turn around and walk away. Do you know Volatile? I don't either, but I remember the name because of what my brother Mulrun yelled in the basement that time. I'm going to tell Hazenmoth and Volatile, or something like that. Anyways, my shadow told me that Volatile is the demon and I should be scared of him because he's after the moon of the best, but the shadow of the whole other story. But if I want to know what I haven't just come to Dresden, I need your help. It's a matter of life and death, Chief. Okay. Remind me why I shouldn't just kill these cultists here now. Because Swiftchief looks around, lowers his voice, and whispers, they will still be very useful to us. If you decide to help me, and thanks for not trying to kill him as soon as you got here, by the way. Their leader is a nervous sort. He wouldn't definitely stab that lad on the altar if you caused a fuss. You think if they perform all the sacrifice, the Baphomet's going to appear and hand out powerful spells like candy. Okay, slow down. You're not making sense. What's going on? Okay, I'll shut up. I mean, I won't shut up. But ask me what you want to know. And then I'll tell you. What was that? That was my cunning plan, Chief. Wolfshift's tail is whipping back and forth so fast it's a blur. They usually send every cultist of Bahamut to Pharasma. Now you're going to tell me why I shouldn't do the same to you. Easy there, Chief. I'm no cultist, and I didn't ask you to play along for the fun of it. I had reason, I swear. It's not because I've seen what you're like in a fight, and I know I've no chance against you. Actually, you might. You might. Why did you run the night we fought the gargoyles? Run? Me? I fought them. I did. You should have seen me. I got one right on the nose. Sent its arse over the tea kettle, and it flew off. I've gotten into scraps a very few times, but before... Been caught by surprise in the dead of night more times than I can count. So that's why I leapt up quickly as anything, grabbed my knives, and, well, of course I made a run for it. What else was I going to do? I'm just a thief. A city boy. I can't go toe-to-toe with demons. Sure, I said that I'd help you and all, but that night was before. I didn't sign up for nightmare gargoyle attacks. What kind of idiot attacks in the middle of the night? I thought a war would keep more civilized hours, to be honest. Wrong again. So apologies, Chief, but I always end up on the winning side. I'm so glad we went down this path. Like, I'm just going to let him ramble on. I'm excusing whatever he did. I just want him back in my party. Like, I've built my party around him being in it. Camilla is just not, she's not holding the bag, man. You and your lot in the camp that night did not have the look of victory about you, and it's not like I'd been much help. You know, you would have been. If a gargoyle snatched me in his claws, of course, I decided to run, and run I did. What's your relationship with the Baphomet cultist? It's complicated. It's a story of unrequited love, really. They love me, and all I think about is how to get away from them and save my own skin. Well, how did you end up with the cultist? Same way I ended up anywhere. I was walking, and there I was. Oh, I should mention at this point, my shadow, you know, well, it started talking. At first, it was so scared. I thought there was someone growling behind me. Then I listened closely, and it was my shadow. It only got out a few words, but I heard the name Voitel, and I learned that he's a demon, and that he wants my moon of the abyss for some reason. And then I learned which direction he was looking for me, and when I heard that, I turned around and went the other way. I'm not an idiot. Those pilgrims of the whirlwind clubbed me around the head, and I woke up. They were already dragging me to the altar. I said to them, brothers, don't drag me to the altar. I have a proposition for you. One you won't want to miss. But they paid no attention and kept dragging me. In the end, I had to show them my party piece. They saw my shadow and dropped to their knees, just like that. I fed them a line about how I can speak directly to Bahamut through it, and they lapped it right up. That's why I'm still alive. Okay, you said some shadow's been talking to you, is that right? Not just any shadow, my special shadow. After I spent a while running around the whirlwind, scared out of my wits, it suddenly crept out and whispered in the distant sounding voice, Voyatel, North, fear Voyatel. And the name was familiar, because that was what my brother Mulrun yelled at. And I put two and two together, and Voyatel was in the north, and I needed to make sure he didn't find me. Bit by bit, I got the shadow to tell me that Voyotel was a demon, and that he was looking for the moon of the abyss. Who knows why? By the way, I have a couple thoughts of my own about the moon. I'll tell you about them once we're out of this mess. What do you want from me? Are we gonna go kill a demon? In a nutshell, Chief, I've got a bad situation here. One wrong move and I'm a goner. The demon Voyotel is in the vicinity somewhere. A good man has suffered. The cultists are animals. I just want to get out of here. I just want to get out of this and make Voyotel back off. But without you, I have no chance. Help me. I won't forget it as long as I live. So who is Voyotel? All I know is he's the demon that sent brother Melron to get the moon of the abyss. Now that I have the moon, Voyotel's after me. I'm already tired of running from him. He's gonna catch me soon. I can feel it. Okay, so what are the cultists doing in this plan? Wolfchief glances around, making sure you're not overheard. Do you know why they call themselves Pilgrims of the World Moon? Because they're itching to meet the big-name demons like Baphomet. It's like they're on a pilgrimage, so they get me thinking, since they listen to me, we can lead them to Voyotel and mess with their heads a bit. Say that Baphomet's been calling him nasty names. Let the cultists fight Voyotel for us. It'll be a riot. Cultists helping out us take out demons? Well, what do you think? Alright, I'll help you deal with the Voyotel. Always knew you were special, sort chief. Scrubland by a bend in the river. Okay. Nothing interesting about the place. We need to go to a patch of scrubland by a bend in the river. It's not far, I'll show you. Nothing interesting about the place at all. But that's where I was when my shadow came out and started pushing me back the other way. It said that Voyotel will find me easily there, that he'd swoop in and tear me limb from limb as soon as I popped up. It wasn't I wasn't long turning away from that place, I tell you. There's just one thing. We need to round up my lackeys and send them off on an errand. While they're gone, we can free the prisoner. No point leaving him here to be bored stiff, right? Listen up, brothers, sisters. The shadow has spoken. It says that a demon will come to a secret place, a wasteland where there are almost no trees left, next to the bend in the river. We once passed by there, but we took the wrong turn and didn't find it. Dude, I'm so happy to have him back. We're gonna have those AC stacks. Oh my god, the AC stacks are coming back. He's gonna get another level. Oh, whoops, I missed that. Oh, I say let's hold off on the sacrificing. Time's a waste and demons are busy, you know? Leaving our things and go, I must meditate before an event. And when I'm all meditated out, I'll come and summon the demon to you. That's a sign we've seen before. Commander, a moment of your time. Deval, the young crusade cautiously gets to his feet, unable to believe that he is finally free. At last the day has come when the odious faces will no longer be looming over me. The cultists hid my weapon and armor somewhere. I'll find them and then take my leave of this place. They're over there, the rest of the stolen stuff. I made sure they didn't go walkies in the night. I hope you'd make it out of this somehow. Thanks to your effort, Wolfchief. Go. Time is of the essence. There is a demon hunting you. Better to lure him into a trap and strike first. Who are you? Crusader bows. Deval Gwenvir, at your service. Nobleman, Crusader, and only surviving member of my unit. What are you planning to do now? Find my armor and weapons, find something to eat, and then leave this place as quickly as possible. Crusader looks ahead with grim determination. Perhaps I will die in the wound, but I will die with a sword in my hand, not like in the animal of the slaughterhouse. If I do make it out, I shall build a temple in Aimada's honor in my hometown. You're rich enough to build a temple if you fancy it. You were complaining that your parents don't give you enough money. I think we have slightly different conceptions of what counts as enough money. In any case, money is no longer a concern of mine. My life and my legacy belongs to the goddess who sent you, and the commander to my aid. How did you end up here? The Crusader's eyes stare into the distance, solely through my own foolishness. Because of my inability to fight like a man, I thought the crusade would be best way to make my mark on history. I dreamt of the glory, of the respect that would be otherwise denied me as the third son of a noble family. When the officers laughed at my skill and called me an ignorant interloper, how right he was. Fate has twisted my sense of humor. My more experienced comrades died in the crusade's place. Died in the cursed place. One after another, but I survived. There were only 5 of us left in the end. Our hubris was gone. We were jumping at every shadow, and we still weren't cautious enough. I was the only one who survived after we were attacked in the night. I should have realized what was happening when the lookout went missing. Alright, farewell, and good luck. May Amidai keep you. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Best day ever. Bro, we've got some work to do. Okay. Okay. Let's pop some more dexterity into you. And then we'll do int afterwards. Oh my god. So happy to have you back. Okay. Why would I give him weapon focus again? Because, like, I believe his weapon focus is daggers, right? So we have outflank on him. Were we gonna get outflank on my main dude? I think we were. I don't know if he can get outflank. That's alright. We'll find someone who can get outflank and put it on them. Our talent, we could wound, fast stealth. Rogue who selects this talent gains Dirty Trick as a bonus feat, even if it does not meet with the prerequisites. Okay. This character can react to danger before her senses would normally allow her to do so. She cannot be caught flat-footed, nor does she lose her dexterity to AC if the attacker is invisible. She still loses her dexterity bonus if immobilized. Okay. I mean, he doesn't have dagger proficiency? It's 2 weapon fighting, double slicing. Hold on, let's... It's been a minute. I can't remember exactly what I gave you. Yeah, you're double dagger. Oh, you do constitution damage. Oh, but first... Boop. Okay. His bracers grant the wearer an armor bonus, a +2. Okay, no. These bracers grant the wearer a bonus on damage rolls with offhand. Oh, hell yeah. Okay. We don't need to give you that. Let's give him proficiency with daggers. I think that would just be good. Alright. God, I've missed you so much. This game hasn't been the same without you. Okay. We could definitely take advantage of this. Okay. I thought we gave him resist energy communal. I don't think we need to anymore, right? That's been filled. Well, let's see. Who has it? Yeah, everyone has it. Well, it's available too. Trying to think of what would make him really good on the front. I mean, haste would be kind of fun. We already have haste. I mean, but he could cast it rather than Nenio, who's already casting like 30 things at the beginning of fights, right? So he's got displacement. Yeah, I think it'd be good if he had haste. What does Blink do again? Physical attacks against you have 50% chance of 50% miss chance, and blind 5 feet doesn't help opponents since you're ethereal, not merely invisible. If the attack is capable of striking ethereal creatures, the miss chance is only 20%. An individual target spell has a 50% chance to fail against you while you're blinking, unless your attacker can target invisible ethereal creatures. If the attacker can see invisible creatures, this miss chance is also 20%. Likewise, your own attacks have a 20% chance to miss. I don't want him to have a 20% chance to miss. That sucks. I'd rather him just do displacement. I think that would just be a stronger combo.